Okay, what's up? Just left the gym. Had a nice, little about 2 hour workout session. Following the plan that I put together using ChatGPT. Yeah, I told it my goals, the days of the week I go, what time, um, what I would like to do, get down 180 pounds, wanted a six pack. They gave me a workout plan, so I've been using that workout plan for now a month. It's helping me. Like, I'm feeling the fact that I can feel a little bit stronger, because for a long time I wasn't utilizing any muscles for real. I hadn't been physically active in a multitude of ways in quite a while, so I ain't been in shape, and I just been eating and drinking bad for a couple of years. So now I'm eating better in comparison to the past. I'm not as consistent with the counting calories thing, but I've been doing way better at the type of food I'm choosing to eat. One of the biggest challenges for me is when I do go in, I be going in. Sometimes, like last night, I felt a little tired, stressed, agitated. I put my daughter to bed, and I finished eating my spaghetti that I bought from Fazoli's after her and I came from Grants Farm. And I had added some extra cheese and hot links to it. And I wasn't even hungry. I was just eating it because I was just eating it. But today, I had some of my chicken noodle soup that I made in a crock pot Saturday. I ate that for my lunch, breakfast and lunch. I drank me a glass of my watermelon beet juice. I mean, got way more than that, but that's the biggest foundation of it, the watermelon beet juice. Drinking has been a big problem for me when I'm by myself. When I got my daughter, I'm in daddy mode. I feel a sense of purpose and fulfillment, focus. The biggest challenge is usually when I'm by myself and I go home alone. Then, I'm single, so then you get to calling people. And since I'm very good at pushing people away and burning bridges, so, this all happened during my process of grieving. All right, people keep forgetting. Not only did I go through a second divorce, right? I went through a second divorce. One of the women I married died. I'm sorry. I'm saying? Like, it's been a while now. I don't know how long could be a while, but been 3 years now. I lost custody of kids, and it was a lot of shit, man. So it was just, I was doing the most. And yes, it's embarrassing when I look back at it, the things that I did and said when I was my lower self. You know what I'm saying? So, and some days I be feeling cool, like I'm back on track. Hey, Jason, the old you, the one before you got massively hurt, is back, baby. But then sometimes the Jason that was massively hurt just kind of be like, hey, I'm not all the way gone yet. You know what I'm saying? The one before Jason was hurt be like, Jason, you cool with just some wine. The one that was really hurt be like, you like those shots, go get them. You know what I'm saying? And they going to war. But like, especially if I meet a woman and I like her, so it's easy for me to be around a woman I don't like, because I could just brush her off, and I would let her know I don't like you like that. Yes, you rubbing my back. Yes, you sucking my dick. Yeah, we having sex, but that don't mean shit. Cause you ain't the one that I want. You might fuck around be the one I need, probably, who knows, but you ain't the one that I want. So You don't inspire me to want to be a better man. You know what I'm saying? You just don't. It's not nothing wrong with you. It's just you don't inspire me. Just like I don't inspire some women to want to be a better woman. And, you know, I don't give them that feel either. You know? And, but like when I meet a woman, they're like, I'm like, man, I'm attracted to her, not just physically, but like mentally. And I like her brain. I think she's smart. And it's like, it terrifies me because I'm 41, but I'm 0-2 in choosing a life partner, which I did that twice in my 20s. In my 20s. Now I'm 41 now. I've been single since I was 34. I've been legally single since I was 36. You know, for like when the papers finalized, whatever. And I did not want a divorce, for the record. Like, I didn't think any marriage, we had any issue that was beyond repair. It just, the women felt like at that time in my life, I wasn't earning enough money. They wasn't making more than me. They wasn't doing that. They just felt like I should have been making more based on what they perceived me to be when they met me in my fucking 20s. Which is, you know, but they young. They was young. Well, one of them old now. That sounded fucked up to say. I didn't mean it the way it came out, but I'm just being honest and transparent. You know, so, but the thing is like that terrifies me because I don't trust my judgment. Then, in the same token, I'm rediscovering myself. I'm learning how to just have balance in my life and enjoy my life, you know, make better financial decisions, show better self-control. One of the things I struggle with here is making friends and joining social groups. Because for me, it's hard for me just to be friends with a woman unless I think you just, I don't want to say you ugly, because I don't want anybody to think they ugly. But I have to not find you attractive at all just to be like, you my friend. So now, if I'm in a relationship, which I don't get in relationships, I've only been in 2, and I married those women. Yeah, I could be friends with a woman. But as a single man, I'm not going to say I can't. I could be friendly with the woman. I don't necessarily have to consider fucking her just because I'm a man and she's a woman. And, like, look, it's a woman walking out Dairy Queen. Look, the opposite of everything I just saw at the gym, but I want to be with this bitch. I don't even know what the fuck she look. No, but like that bitch got 2 cheeseburgers and thick thighs. No, but yeah, so it's kind of like I don't necessarily have to, but if I'm fine, like I ain't gonna lie to you, like I find you attractive, I'm intrigued by you. And if I find you attractive, I'm gonna show interest. And when I show interest, I'm gonna get to know you. I want to get to learn you. I want to study you. I want to learn how to make you happy, how to make you smile. While learning, you can't make them happy, but how to contribute to happiness, how to contribute to joy, how to contribute to peace. You know, how to contribute to alleviating stress. That's like my thought process. But I'm also realizing, like, hey, I need you to be thinking the same way. Like, you need to be like, dang, what make Jason happy? What make Jason healthy? You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking about, like, how can I find you beautiful even when you not? You know? Are we complementary to one another? You know, so that's been triggered. Like, and then just, I ain't used to hang around a bunch of dudes for real. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I get along with other men typically, but not for too long. You know what I mean? Not for too long. It ain't because I got a problem with men. It's because I don't hang around dudes like that. Like, I got some partners, I hit them up, we talk for a minute, but I like women. I like to see some ass, some titty, some thigh, some lips, some cute eyes, something like it. You know what I'm saying? I want to hear a woman's voice. I don't want to keep hearing no nigga voice. I don't know what the fuck other people be on, man. But simultaneously, women get on my nerves and I get on their nerves because come to find out, They human. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, y'all straight be human beings too. I'm like y'all gotta blow y'all nose, y'all gotta cough, you gotta sneeze, you gotta, ooh. See, don't be mad at him, he's a kid, but it's a woman walking down the street with 3 kids. And she looked cute. And I would have had love to offer a ride, but I don't want to seem like a creep. And her son just fell in the middle of traffic. You know. But see, women like that don't know what they got going on. They don't choose me. And they choosing wrong. When you don't choose me, I'm gonna be real with you. You choosing wrong. I just gotta tell the truth. Okay, I got some issues and flaws, but look at what you already going through. Come on, man. Like, y'all bitches choosing wrong, man. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But yeah, like, I like being around other dudes sometimes, but like, not for real. I prefer just to be like, if I got some friends, but like my girl, like my woman cool enough for me and my kids. Like, I always been that way. I've never been like, I need 100 different people, or I need to go away from the house or get away from my girl. Like, why would I be with you if I gotta be away from you? Yes, you get on my nerves sometimes. Yes, you annoy me. Yes, you need to shut the fuck up about the shit you're talking about. And I'm pretty sure you're thinking similar to me about me. That's the point. But I ain't going nowhere. We're going places within our relation, but I ain't going nowhere. Girl, I'm just talking shit. That's it. But today I consider victory. I took care of my business. I took my daughter home until I get her on my weekend, and which we get every other weekend, which works for us so far. Salute to my daughter, who shows, I know it can't be easy to be brought in this world by 2 people who aren't together. It's kind of sad. I never wanted that in my life or my children's life. Unfortunately, it happens sometimes. And she has to adjust to 2 different environments. And I know that can be very difficult. You know, she lives in a home where she's surrounded by people. She come over here with me. It ain't nobody but me and her. You know, she share her toys with other people in her house. With me, it's just her and a tablet. Like, no. You know, stuff like that. And I know that can't be easy on a little baby, you know. And I empathize with that because I remember when I was a little kid, you know, have to go between 2 parent houses, you know. It's hard, you know, but shout out to my daughter. Man, I really was just loving on her this week. Cause I had to pray on how to be a better father to her. Because one of my challenges is letting go of the past. And what I mean letting go of the past for me was, I was once married with children, but those children are older. They're still kids, but they're older. They have phones. I done reached out. If they want to talk, they can. If they don't, it doesn't mean I don't want to talk to them. Don't mean I'm making them obligated. I most definitely use every back signal in the world to let them know I love them, I miss them, I want to see them, I want to hear from them. That's not where we at in our relationship at the moment for whatever reason. And so I'm learning to not let that taint my relationship with my youngest daughter, who has been such a great blessing to me, because for those who know me throughout the years, people saw me at my happiest when I was married with children. They saw me at my happiest when I was grinding hard, hustling, building on my business. That's when I was my happiest, and I never denied it. I never was one of those guys like, now I wasn't happy with everything that was happening, but I was so in love with the woman I was married to that I would have stayed with her even through the disrespect, even through the infidelities, even through like I had just loved her. I didn't just love her, I loved our family. Like, I loved our family. Now, of course, when these certain things were happening, it kind of not only makes you feel emasculated, like for me, because I wouldn't put hands on her, I wouldn't go out there too often and try to revenge fuck. You know what I'm saying? That don't mean I ain't had no thoughts. It just, I'm married. I'm here. I'm with you at the time. You know, I ain't letting nobody, no siblings or co-workers get so deep in my business, in my head, or some niggas or people who just want to fuck or get something from me, trick me out my blessing. But with my youngest daughter, Khaleesi, her existence got me out my funk. I didn't meet her till she was 4 months. And we just kind of connected almost instantaneously. And that's when I decided to move back to St. Louis, a place I do not like living in. But I'm learning to change my relationship with this place. Not because something like St. Louis is going down and all blah, 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 blah. But I just had a lot of traumatic experiences attached to this place. So that's where it comes from. I mean, just look at the things going on social media this week, man. This place is ghetto as a motherfucker. And, you know, I could be ghetto. Everybody got a little ghetto in the world. This shit getting outrageous, man. So, but my daughter, I didn't have a home of my own at that time. I didn't have a vehicle of my own. I was renting a car, you know, every week, just hustling up what I could do. But she made me want to, like, step it up and, you know, just give her as much as I can. Not just financially, but, like, mentally and emotionally. Physically. Same thing I did for my other children to my highest capabilities at those stages of my life. You got to keep in mind, I had these other children in my 20s. I am now 41 years old. So, of course, the dad that Khaleesi got, they didn't have in that way. Of course, the dad that they had, like the super available, affectionate, nonstop loving with your mom that she doesn't have. Now I'm more about my business and less about love. Not necessarily how I feel, but what I invest in. And I don't know how I feel about that, but, you know, but I'm on my journey. Now I'm headed home. Khaleesi gave me a sense of fulfillment while she was at my home, and I still have to carry that energy with me. But now I go home, I shower, I'm finna eat alone, and, you know, until I get her next time. So this is my challenge for myself this month, is make good choices, get good results, you know. But I'm glad that I exercise. I'm proud of myself. I see that as a victory. I can see my body toning up. One of the challenges I have, if you finish this video, is excessive bloating. Like, my stomach sometimes just bloats up out of nowhere, and it looks like I'm pregnant. And I promise, like, I'm like, no, my stomach don't always look like an egg every day. It just, sometimes it does that, and I'm not exactly sure what causes it. But I appreciate y'all prayer and support. I love y'all. Be safe, be blessed.